It is said that the leadership mannerism of a leader signposts his achievement dimensions. The governor of Ebonyi State, His Excellency Engineer Chief David Gov.Umahi, FNICF Nate, Akobaroha, has track records in leadership mannerism that point to the conclusion that he is a world-class leader. He is resourceful, prayerful, courageous, and conquerors. Born 55 years ago from the most populous South community in Nigeria, Uburu community in Ohaza local government area of Ebonyi State. Umahi is a civil engineer by profession, a generous manager of human and material resources, and rich industrialist. He was chairman of the PDP between 2007 and 2011 before he was nominated as deputy governorship candidate of PDP, a seat he won and became the third elected deputy governor of Ebonyi State between 2011 and 2015. As a deputy governor, he was dependable, humble, resilient, courageous, and passionate about giving the best service required of his office. And he does remain a great pillar of the administration of his boss, His Excellency Chief Martin N. Elechi. During this period of his political sojourn, he traversed through the nooks and crannies of Ebonyi State, where God showed him where it pinches. His quest to clinch the mantle as governor of Ebonyi State in 2015 was resisted by many. The euphoria by people that no deputy governor ever made it as governor even aggravated the situation. The suppression was monumental. God stood and said, "Touch not my anointed, and do my prophet no harm." God turned oppression into popular support by a clear majority, and he contested election as PDP governorship candidate under the divine mandate, and thus cruised into victory and was sworn into office on May 29, 2015 as the third civilian governor of Ebonyi State, and the first deputy governor in the history of the world to be elected governor at the stiffest opposition of his boss. Since then, things changed in Ebonyi State for good. We were given freedom. The chain of inferiority complex, death of infrastructure, and economic backwardness was broken. Today we can raise our heads high and say we are from Ebonyi State, the south of the nation. Today we are proud that the governor of Ebonyi State has proved that light can shine forth from Ebonyi State. This has been proven in all assignments undertaken by him as governor of Ebonyi State, as chairman of Southeast Governors Forum, as co-chairman Southern Governors Forum, and as chairman of Strategic National Committees. That is our story. That is our new narrative as a people. Infrastructural achievements of Governor Umahi's administration. Infrastructure and environment. Ebonyi State government sees environment and infrastructure as fundamental to investment and economic development. Having inherited infrastructural deficit, the governor brought his professional ingenuity, experience, and passion to bear by aggressively tackling the physical and socio-economic infrastructure of the state. As a man blessed and powered by the 3 E's of leadership, that is education, experience, and exposure, he introduced road construction with rigid pavement, 8 inches concrete pavement, and quality assurance mechanism in all projects, and thus fixed the following sets of road projects. 300-kilometer concrete pavement in all the local government areas with bridges were not already connected. 500-kilometer federal road, especially the major routes, some of which are by concrete pavement. Over 1,500 kilometer state roads within the metropolis and the satellite towns. 12 number fountains, beautiful roundabouts, and branded perimeter fencing of major streets. We built the longest and most aesthetic flyovers in the Southeast, with 3 number of such having a total of 96 span built in 3 years, and has commenced another construction of 8 flyovers in strategic junctions with dual carriageway done in concrete pavement, in major highways of the 3 senatorial zones to attract investors. He built a President Mohammed Buhari light tunnel with 29 spans, with aesthetic lights that shines in the night to make Ebonyi State investment friendly and promote night trading. He renovated the state stadium with ancillary work and built guest house for accommodation of athletes, and has commenced construction of one of the best stadia in Nigeria. He is constructing the biggest shopping mall that will be the microcosm of the macrocosm of the Dubai Mall, to create market and stimulate provision of goods and services. This shopping mall will attract international trade and investment and shall create no less than 3,000 jobs and generate thousands of wealth. Industrialization and agriculture. The rice milling and cassava processing industries that can create thousands of jobs have been fixed by the governor. In addition to reactivating the existing 5 metric tons per hour rice mill, biggest in Nigeria, government has installed 3 metric ton capacity per hour rice mills and 4 metric ton capacity per hour parboiling plants. Government procured 4 cassava flour and starch mills for cooperatives, in addition to the Unida rice mill and 1,500 individually owned rice mill clusters. We have the recycling plant of 200 metric ton per hour, biggest in Nigeria. When put into use, shall have the capacity to engage thousands of skilled, semi-skilled, and unskilled labor. We launched mechanization of agriculture, wherein many modern farm implements such as 13 bulldozers, 40 tractors, threshers, tillers, and so on were procured and given to the farmers. We already have a history of being a state with the biggest rice milling clusters in Africa. This has increased activities in the rice value chain, and we propose that by 2020, every local government shall have a modern rice mill. We have raised off-takers in the value chain of rice and cassava, produced from different communities of the state and other priority crops of the state. We now have a total of 80 tons per hour fertilizer blending plant, biggest in Southeast, with its value chain processes with job and wealth creation propensities. Ebonyi State now has the largest construction site in Nigeria, engaging over 90% of the local content in skilled and semi-skilled labor. Capital flight in Ebonyi State is in 0 ratio. Youths and women are engaged in all forms of construction work. This has reduced poverty, idleness, and crime to the barest minimum in the state. Ebonyi State now has the lowest crime rate. The state government is building Gov.Umahi National Market, presently being allocated to marketers. It is to be a market for importers and exporters, some of whom will engage directly in international businesses and shall transport their goods to the international airport currently being constructed by the state government. Airport and stadium being constructed by Ebonyi State government will constitute the largest employer of labor. We are understudying Ethiopian air business value chain to see how the airport can enhance our economic fortunes. We secured approval from the federal government to construct a national airport, and when constructed, it shall be one of the best in Nigeria, going by its design and the passion of our governor. Work has already commenced. These investments will create not less than 5,000 direct and indirect jobs, attract investors, raise tourism potentials of the state, and enhance the revenue generation capacity of the state, and guarantee safety in the wake of insecurity in the country. We have industrial clusters in each of the senatorial zones, housing different agricultural and entrepreneurship activities for the engagement of different cooperative groups. We revitalized the Ebonyi State Pipe Production Company, and is now working optimally to provide the finished products needs of the state and Southeast, especially in the production of pipes and pipe accessories. Driven by our passion to lift the living standard of our rural people, who constitute the highest number of our population, we are partnering with the federal government and the World Bank under the Rural Access and Agricultural Market Project RAP program to construct not less than 595 kilometers of agricultural farm routes, 46 kilometers per local government area to link up all the major communities through Rural Access and Agricultural Market Project RAP. We are doing a ring road of 189 kilometers in partnership with African Development Bank to connect 9 local government areas in the state with the target of providing access roads for farmers, solid mineral dealers, thus boost economic activities across all communities. It is expected that no less than 100,000 of rural farmers and entrepreneurs will be involved in agri and solid mineral businesses within the rural communities. Almost every part of the metropolis has been beautified with street light that works 24 hours non-stop. Every local government area has no less than 20 kilometer street light pilot project. This has geometrically increased business activities in the state and promoted urban-rural migration. Government has given incentives to prospective investors through friendly policies on public-private investment, build, operate, and transfer, and social and special purpose vehicle methodologies and tax holidays through this leverage. Group of companies and many quarry, mining, and agro-based companies Ceramics and chemical companies are trooping to Ebonyi State to invest. You too can take advantage.